Good morning, my friends. Those of you who watch this on the replay, welcome back. It is a Thursday morning here in the state of Ohio, and I woke up with a sore throat. I was not expecting 57 degrees. I was not expecting going from almost 90 degrees to 57 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, my throat's a little bit like raspy, so pardon me while I have a sip of tea. Alright, so today, this morning, I'm going to try and give you an option of the 5 best Linux-based operating systems, at least for new users. We are about halfway through the year, and let's see if we can do this. Again, those of you who watch this, who come in late, watch this on the replay, just replay the video. Alright, so let's go ahead and go right to it. Well, it's no secret that my top pick has to be still Ubuntu Mate. I've been using this ever since Ubuntu decided to drop official support for the Unity desktop. It was back in 2016, 2017, something around there. The GNOME desktop that Ubuntu currently uses was just never something I could use. It didn't make sense 10 years ago. It just doesn't make sense now. And if you stick around to the end of this, I'll give you my personal thoughts about why Ubuntu, the latest version of Ubuntu, has been somewhat of a disappointment. But if you are looking for my Linux gold standard, okay, especially if you are a beginner, you really can't go wrong with Ubuntu Mate. It's easy to install, it just works, and yeah, this has been my go-to Linux operating system. Well, I guess for 5 years now, so check out Ubuntu Mate. If you're looking for something with a little bit more bling, a little bit more eye candy, as it were, check out Zorin OS. The latest Zorin OS 16 is still a beta, so if you install this, keep in mind that a beta means, if you don't know, that it has not been finalized yet. It's close. So this may have some bugs. So check out Zorin OS 16. This is probably the best implementation of the GNOME desktop, or GNOME desktop. And I'll just call this the G desktop to keep it simple. This is G3. You install this, and unlike installing something else with the GNOME or G desktop, with this you don't have to install tweaks or extensions to make this more user-friendly. It works the way it should. The workflow, the functionality of this, the looks of this is the best I've seen as far as a G desktop, a GNOME desktop. So now this is still a beta, like I said. But if you have a spare machine, and I can tell you that ThinkPads work fantastico with Linux-based systems, at least with Ubuntu and Debian-based. So if you're looking for something with a lot of bling, it's free to download and try. Check out the latest Zorin OS 16, perhaps the best implementation of the G desktop. Alright, well, if you're looking for something a little bit lighter weight than anything with the GNOME desktop, by the way, you need at least 4 gigs of RAM, at least in my tests. Next on my list has to be Linux Mint. I've been using this, off and on, 12 years now. Again, this is something designed for beginners. There are different versions of Linux Mint. There's Cinnamon, Mate, XFCE. There is one version called LMDE, Linux Mint Debian Edition. I probably would not recommend that edition for beginners. It's not that hard to learn, but if you are new to all of this, yeah, Cinnamon, Mate, XFCE are all good. Of course, my favorite is the Mate desktop. But yeah, Linux Mint over the years, really, they've done a good job in trying to make a Linux system accessible for the masses. So check out Linux Mint. Alright, let's go ahead and go on a Lite theme. And next on my list has to be Linux Lite. As the name implies, it is lightweight, it's intuitive, it's easy to use. And yeah, if you're looking for something that just, works, not a lot of bling, a lot of eye candy, Linux Lite is perfectly fine. I've tested this in the past, and yeah, this is one of those systems also where it just works. So check out Linux Lite. If you are looking for pure speed, and I mean pure speed, and I tested this one, I did a live stream or two with I think it was a gig of RAM, maybe less than a gig of RAM. I don't recommend you use a system with less than a gig of RAM or a gig of RAM, but just to show you the power of Linux, Peppermint OS is just fast, period. And I believe they still offer a 32-bit version. So if you were looking for something, really lightweight, simple, you don't have lots of RAM, maybe an old computer with a gig of RAM or two, definitely check out Peppermint OS. The team at Peppermint has done a good job to create, as it says here, a lightweight, stable, and super fast operating system. So check out Peppermint OS. All right. Finally, I have to comment on what has been a disappointment. And this kind of breaks my heart. My first date, my first taste into the Linux world was with Ubuntu back in 2006. And probably the people behind Ubuntu, the team at Canonical, may have been the first company to really attempt to bring Linux, a Linux desktop, to the masses. For the most part, I think they have succeeded. For the most part, they switched their GNOME desktop, or G2 back then. Back in 2011, they switched to the Unity desktop. And even though I did not like it as much as the previous desktop that Ubuntu used, I thought Unity was fine. It took some getting used to, but I thought it was perfectly fine. Versus the G3 desktop, or the GNOME Shell desktop, which came out the same year, I believe, in 2011. And I thought Ubuntu hit its peak with their system in 2016. I had Ubuntu with Unity desktop installed on two main systems, and as far as I recall, for me, it was flawless. It was fantastic. Then Ubuntu announced they would drop official support for the Unity desktop, and go to the GNOME desktop. I have to be perfectly honest with you. I was extremely disappointed. I know why they did it, but it is not... the GNOME desktop, to me, and I've talked about this before, it doesn't make sense. The performance, especially the workflow, it didn't make sense in 2011. It didn't make sense in 2017, and it doesn't make sense now. The GNOME desktop that standard Ubuntu uses, especially if you are a beginner, you have to modify it. You have to install tweaks, or in this case, you have to install extensions, which can break the system. And it can be horrifying, meaning it can be a pain in the you-know-what. And really, nothing much has changed in 10 years with the G3 or GNOME Shell desktop, at least in its default configuration. That's why I said Zorin has done a fantastic job to bring the G desktop accessible, especially for new users. But there's a lot of things in the vanilla flavored GNOME desktop that just doesn't make sense. An example would be, in the default version of the GNOME desktop, you can't right click and create folders on the desktop, or right click or drag and drop files and folders. I don't get it. It's been disappointing. I wish Ubuntu had gone to a different desktop environment than the current version of GNOME. It breaks my heart to say this, but I can no longer recommend Ubuntu for beginners. Because if you install this and you are a beginner, you will definitely have to install some extensions to make the workflow more accessible, and it can potentially break the system. And to me, it just doesn't make any sense. It's been a disappointment. Now, I will still recommend Ubuntu if you know what you're doing. I will recommend any stable operating system. Why not? Ubuntu is definitely stable, especially the LTS version. It is very stable, nice looking. But for beginners, any Linux-based system with a GNOME desktop can be potentially horrifying to use. Again, based on my tests. Now keep in mind, this Total OS Today technology channel was and is a channel designed for newbies, beginners to the world of technology and Linux-based systems. If you're looking for an alternative to Windows 10 and you don't want to spend $2,000 for a Mac, but you don't want to install anything, just check out a Chromebook. Linux-based, they work out of the box. Between $200 and $300, you can get a fantastic laptop that'll last you, that'll be supported for at least 6-7 years. Now that's another option. That being said, if you are new to all of this, the previous 5 versions that I mentioned, Ubuntu Mate, Zorin OS, Linux Mint, Linux Lite, Peppermint, those are all fine choices. Even if you're not a beginner, you just want something stable, ready to go out of the box, and you don't want to have to fix anything. Yeah, the previous versions I mentioned are perfectly fine. I hope this helps you out in choosing the best Linux-based operating system right now, at least for beginners. Now, pardon me, I need a quick sip of tea, then I'll check the live chat. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't expecting a temperature of 57 going all the way down from 90 almost. Oh, we have Necromancer. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciated. How are you, my friend, and welcome to the live stream. This weekend is a holiday weekend here in the United States, Memorial Day weekend. I'll check my email, see if we picked up a sponsor or two. Maybe we'll do a live show. Maybe tomorrow night, a thank toss. It's Friday. It's been a while. We are slowly here in the United States, very, very slowly getting back to normal. I don't feel normal quite yet. But hey, I'm healthy. I got my shots. So we'll see. Maybe we'll do a live show. Again, thank you, Necromancer, for the $5 super chat. Help cover that Comcast bill. Dan Kelly's in the house. How are you? He says, yeah, ouch on the temp. It freaking sucks. I was ready for the pool yesterday. Almost ready. Now it's like, right now it's 57 degrees. It is cold. Alright, so again, if you're coming in late watching this, if you missed any of this, watch this on the replay. Once again, the top 5 choices are fantastic to use, and again, a big disappointment for standard Ubuntu, and it kind of breaks my heart to say that, but yeah, standard Ubuntu is just not user-friendly. Yeah, I miss Unity, and anyway, enough of that. And thank you again, Necromancer. So, I'll stick around for a little bit longer. This was an unscheduled live event. My schedule kind of changed this week, so yeah. If you're watching this and have not said hello, please do. I do these shows for you guys. So, it's always nice to come in and say hello, especially to somebody new who has not had the opportunity to, ask a question or say hello. So say it now. I've been playing my dad's music in the background. And let me go start it over. All right, Necromancy says, good show, gotta go. Take care, my friend, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you again for the super chat. Take care. Ciao. Sweet tea in the morning's good. So, Dan, what's new? Looks like it's me and you for now, unless somebody else chimes in. How you been? I was at the Pittsburgh airport Sunday night picking up 2 cousins from Key West. It was packed. I thought it was the Super Bowl. There were so many cars. I guess I should not have been surprised considering, as more and more people get vaccinated, they're going to be flying. I might be flying this summer. Haven't decided yet. But yeah, we are slowly getting back to normal. And I must say it feels good. It's been a long, long time. Those of you who asked about our friend Stephanie, our singer friend Stephanie, I was finally able to reach her. She's doing fine. I believe she's still stuck in Germany, but she should be flying home this summer. Home back here in the States. And she's doing okay. I don't know, maybe we can have her back on for a live concert. It's been a long time. And yeah, she's doing okay. And felt good. I was actually starting to get worried. So Stephanie, you are welcome back anytime. We have Tarith Jay. He says hello. Hello. I hope I say that right, Tarith. Welcome to this morning's show. How are you? I believe you are new to the live show, I think. So Dan, say hello to Tarith. Yeah, it is going to be cool for the last few hours. Let's see. The high temperature today is going to be in the lower 70s, which is kind of cool for this time of year. It's almost June, so yeah. But yeah, I was not expecting 57 degrees this morning. That's horrible. Story says, yeah, so you are new. Well, welcome. Great to have you here. Are you a Linux user? Or not? That's okay too. Just out of curiosity, welcome to the live stream. I'm going to finish up my last sip of tea here. Delicious. I may cut some grass today. Actually finish cutting grass today. One thing about cordless mowers, they make cutting grass more fun. Maybe that's a bad word to use. More enjoyable. Meaning that, I don't have to add gas, clean it, spill the glass, change the oil, change the filter. Less maintenance, so it does make cutting grass more enjoyable. I just wish batteries were not expensive. But it does make cutting grass more enjoyable. Therese says you use Linux for development. Oh, wow, cool. Wow, nice. Shadow 7, welcome. Less annoying. Yes, it does make grass cutting less annoying. Therese says, I can't make the full transition to Linux because of Photoshop. Okay. Yeah, one thing that Linux still kind of lags behind is multimedia applications such as photo, video, stuff like that. So, yeah, that's why you see a lot of people on YouTube use primarily Mac. They are into heavy multimedia applications. It can be done with Linux, but it's not quite on par yet with the best. Dan likes Mint. Choice for newbies. Yep, Mint is perfectly fine. Yeah, that's why we need a national Linux desktop system for the masses, a standard of quality, which includes the best multimedia applications such as Photoshop, video editing, so on and so forth, Tarith. Yeah, that I would have to agree with. And I think Google has the resources to do it. They've proven that Linux-based machines can sell for the masses. Just look at Chromebooks. But we're not there yet. And then that part has been kind of disappointing. So, Maybe my next Chromebook might be something with a lighted keyboard. Not really sure why I would need a lighted keyboard. I guess just for, something different. But definitely with stereo speakers. Since I play a lot of tunes, videos, stream music, and that stuff. So yeah. If Google did it, it would only work on Android. Yeah, I don't know what Google has planned, Shadow 7. Chromebooks, you might recall they beat Mac's MacBook in sales last year. 10%, believe, increase in sales. So that's good. Yeah, that's promising. But yeah, I don't know what Google has in mind for the future for their Chromebooks or for a Chromebox or for a Chrome OS desktop. I don't know. But the nice thing, again, about Chromebooks, there's no maintenance. And speaking of no maintenance, they're like a cordless lawnmower. There's literally no maintenance in a Chromebook. Probably one of the more secure machines out there in terms of malware, ransomware, viruses. Yeah, truly a state-of-the-art machine. There are a lot of forked distros out there. The problem with forking something, quality can vary, which means a lot of things get forked up, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm happy with what I use, and that would be Ubuntu Mate, Linux Mint, and my Chromebook. I think once Zorin gets finalized, I may install Zorin 16 because it looks so nice. As we say in Italian, she's so nice. Right? Yeah. All right. I'll stick around a few more minutes. Again, if there's anybody else new watching, say hello. We'll wrap this up. I can start my day. Those of you who watch this on the replay, if you haven't already, subscribe. Watching this on the replay, make sure you do. Click the notification bell because these live shows, I do these at random. And, yeah, that way you'll be notified. You're biased, but anything that's hard or impossible to run Linux is like a car that only turns left. Yeah, Shadow 7, I would have to agree. Time is precious, right? You can't bring back time. So, yeah, if you have to install Linux or software on Linux and it doesn't work right, and have to spend hours trying to fix it, that is annoying. I would have to agree. Yeah, that's why I try to pick the systems, the best systems where it's the least amount of maintenance, at least in my tests. So, all right, is there anything else before we wrap this up? Yeah, Dan, you have Debian Mint, I believe, right? I've tested Debian Mint. It's it's fine. Nothing wrong with it. Did you guys catch the news as we wrap this up? I guess a flight attendant, as more and more people now get more comfortable flying, traveling, a flight attendant, Southwest flight attendant, a lady, evidently got her 2 teeth knocked out on a flight on a plane. Wow. Look it up. True story. Be nice, people. Be nice. There's enough nonsense in the world. Don't add to it. We don't need that. You know, we're still in the midst of a pandemic. Be nice. It's been hard on everyone. It's been challenging for everyone. It sucks. I get it. But the best is yet to come. Be nice. You know, you're on a flight, follow the rules. You know, even if you don't like the rules, just follow the rules. You know, it's best for everyone. Yeah, Dan, LMDE4 on the main computer. Yeah, cool. Shadow 7 says bad customers. Pilot. I don't know the whole story. I guess the passenger didn't follow procedures such as you know, wearing your mask or staying seated till the plane came to a stop or something like that. I don't remember exactly. All I know is if you're on a flight, because my two cousins flew back from Key West. Yeah, you are on a plane because everyone is bunched together. You still have to wear a mask on a plane, at least for now, and I'm cool with that. Yeah, Dan. Yeah, here in Ohio, mask is not required in most cases if you are fully vaccinated. I think doctors' offices, for now, you should still wear your mask. But that will slowly change. I think we've reached almost half of the country is fully vaccinated. So hopefully by the end of the year, we'll be fully vaccinated. And by next year, I think by next year, we'll be fully back to normal. Maybe sooner. But yeah, if you're on a plane, follow the rules. Don't punch out a lady's teeth. I mean, jeez, people. Some food places don't require it for employees. Chili's, Roadhouse. Yeah. I went to a restaurant in Pittsburgh the other night. The employees had to wear the masks inside. I don't think outside. Look, I'm all cool with that. Again, we are slowly getting back to normal. So, you know, the best is yet to come. So, yeah, like Dan says, be mellow. I agree, be mellow. Let me talk a little softly to make everybody just chill. Be mellow, be nice, share the love. Exactly, Dan, be mellow. Because the alternative is not nice at all. All right? Of course. All right, well, I'm going to listen to some more of my dad's tunes to help me become a little mellow. More mellow than I am. This was fun. It was nice to have somebody new in the house. That would have been Tarith. Are you still with us, Tarith? Thank you for stopping by. Always a joy and a pleasure to chat with somebody new. All right, so yeah, make sure if you haven't already subscribed, maybe we'll do a live show this week, and I'll check my emails, see if anything of interest is in there, and maybe we'll do something live this holiday weekend. It's been a while, so we'll see. So thank you again, Necromancer, for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it. And that's it. Again, if you missed any of this, just play this on the replay and let me know what you guys think. So for now, my morning tea is done. I'm going to take a shower, start my day. At least today's going to be bright, sunny, and dry. California weather, so I'll take it. Take care, my friends. Arrivederci.